What's up, guys? Today we're going to do something a little different than what we usually do on our YouTube channel. We're going to go visit another local YouTuber. Let's go. What's up, guys? So today we are here with Tony from Walsh Farms, is his channel, and he's going to show us what he uses to produce his channel, so that way you can kind of get a different feel of what other YouTubers are using as well, because I know I've been getting a ton of questions on my Facebook lately on different setups that different YouTubers are using. And Tony, you can tell us a little bit about your channel and what you're using to film.
Okay, so first, thank you, Mike, for coming here and helping me out with this. So for the viewers, my name's Tony Walsh, and the name of our channel is Walsh Farms. It's my oldest son, has started farming on his own a couple of years ago, and it's part of a larger family farm, but he's starting out on his own. So that's one of our goals, is to show agricultural life, but also, you know, we hunt, we fish, you know. My youngest son, Andrew, played baseball, so had baseball games. So our channel is really a variety of stuff, even though it says it's a farm. It's more about our family life as a whole. And right now I'm just using an iPhone 7 Plus to take pictures and record.
Which a lot of people are using now, so the iPhones and cameras, they're so good. It's got an amazing video quality, so that's a lot of people are actually going to them now.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it does great.
And your videos are always coming out nice and clear.
Yeah, so it does great. The biggest problem I had with it is longevity, like for a 2.5-hour baseball game, trying to get enough of the footage.
Okay.
Or like if we go fishing or duck hunting or turkey hunting and you're there for 3 or 4 hours, it's having enough footage. So, you know, but this is how I start, you know, and I'm wanting to expand to, you know, my video capabilities for the viewers.
Now, question with that one, I'm not, as those of you that watch my channel, you know I'm big into Android, not Apple, so new to this. Can you put an SD card in there?
Not on this phone, no. So all you got is the storage here, but then you've got the capabilities to move it to a cloud.
Okay.
And then that way you can get your storage back in.
See, that's one of the things I do like about my Android is I can put an SD card in there, and mine will accept up to 500 and something gigs.
Well, I've always had Droid until the company I work for, you know, says you have to have Apple. So
gotcha.
So this is actually my first Apple, and this the 7 Plus. But yeah, no SD card capabilities. So I have to stop.
Trying to solve the problems for you there.
I have to stop what I'm doing, move it to the cloud, and then start back over.
Okay.
And for most of what I do, I don't have to stop in the middle. But if I'm working on a project video. And like if I look in here right now, I think I've got 5 projects, 5 different videos that I'm piecing together, and that's where I start getting into storage, because I can't download the photos or the videos to my computer, because I have to keep them on the phone, because I'm using the free version of iMovie on the phone, so I have to keep the videos on the phone until I'm.
And we're gonna work on that today.
With the project.
We're gonna work on that today to try to give you a better solution for that too.
So besides that, then I've got went to Amazon and got this selfie stick tripod, and it is does not have a brand name on it, so it's just a cheap version because I was just starting. But it's the tripod here. Just raise it up, or I can use it as a selfie stick, so it raises up here. Nice. And what I do like is it has remote stop and start for my phone. It's Bluetooth to my phone.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I don't have to reach up there to the screen and push it and edit that part out. I can do it straight from here, you know, so I can hold it right down here in my hand, and and you never see it working. So that's what I liked about that.
And you can just click it on the actual stick itself too.
Yeah, you can do it from the stick, or I can take it off and walk away, you know, 10 feet or whatever, and remote it.
That is pretty cool.
So I like that. The biggest problem I'm having is the external microphone to pick up the voice, because if I want to walk away 10 feet, or if I'm outside my yard, when the train track that's a half a mile away, the train even overpowers what I'm trying to say without the microphone.
And that's not just a problem specific to his house.
Yeah.
Where we live next near a CSX yard. So my house on the complete opposite side of town has the exact same problem.
Yeah, we live where there's at least 60 trains a day coming through our community.
Exactly.
So trains are a big problem.
I can get stopped by a train twice on my way to work.
Yep.
That's just part of where we live. Yep.
So that was my problem. That's why I reached out to you, is trying to find something different externally, microphone-wise. And so this is what I'm currently using.
Okay.
And I'll set this to the side here. Then I had a friend, when I was shooting baseball games for my son, wanted me to do something with his son. And again, the iPhone wouldn't give me enough storage capabilities to hold both of our kids' highlights in one game. Okay. So I had mentioned to him about, I wish I had a GoPro. Because then I could do, up to 6 hours, with a good battery. Yeah. Tape the whole game as a whole. So he actually ended up giving me Hero 3. Okay. So that's all he give me.
And the good thing about this one is too, it's got a micro SD card slot in there. And this is why I mentioned this to a couple of the other YouTubers. With that micro SD card slot, you can fit different size or have multiple SD cards with you. Yep. I carry probably about 2 or 3 for my camera that we shoot with. And that way, if one runs out, and I generally don't have that problem, even though I'm shooting in 1080, I don't have to swap it out because I have, I think, a 64 gig SD card in there. So that can shoot for several hours and pictures too.
Yeah. But it's got the remote as well, so you don't have to be standing right there at the camera.
Nice.
I haven't studied how to use it, I just know it's got it. Of course, and then it just had a couple of adapters. So I've used that only a couple of times, but I didn't have a tripod, didn't have anything for it to use. So that led me into purchasing this kit on Amazon for $19, I think, and it's got all sorts of stuff. So now I've got...
I've seen these kits quite often too, and I mean, just initial look, it's got anything and everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, so here's the waterproof case for it, because if you notice that GoPro 3 there, when Mike held it up, the prongs do not have the caps. So anything around rain or just moisture, like I say, we duck hunt, so we're right next to the river or ponds or marshes, so water splashing. So I've got the case for it. Plus now with this kit,
you got all the
come a tripod, come a selfie stick. So now I can do all that. But there's a lot of stuff in here.
Now the first one I picked up is one we actually use a lot if we film hunting, because that right there actually fits perfectly around the side of a climber. And you can just angle the camera up and shoot from there. So I know you guys do some hunting too, so that would probably be helpful for y'all. And I mean, you've got all the different attachment pads and what's this? Like a wrist strap?
One is for a wrist strap. There's one around here that goes around their waist, or I mean around their chest. So that way if they're fishing or they're hunting, it's just another option. Or if I get another GoPro, I can have one like on the climber or one on the chest. But what I didn't say earlier is John races go-karts. So we wanted one to go on his helmet. Okay. Because I stand at the end of the track with my phone and video the track as a whole.
Gotcha.
But I wanted to be able to get shots, from his perspective as driving. Whether we put it on the harness on his chest or we just mount the bracket to his helmet, and it's in this pack somewhere.
Another thing I was thinking too is you could probably also use something like this, mount it to one of the roll cages.
Could.
And then hang the camera down, so there, I mean, this thing, and I'm actually kind of impressed with this because this has like a ton of different options.
Yeah, well, this one here, you can put the camera on it and float it in the water.
Yeah, well, that's also good if you're kayaking and you're trying to do selfies and you accidentally drop it too.
Yep. So
because I was actually watching some guy that does diving. They dive like these rivers and places that people go tubing a lot. And do you know how many GoPros they find at the bottom he actually found like an entire collection of GoPros the one day, and then he also found a wet box full of phones.
Yep.
So, you know, people lose these things all the time. So having that one right there could actually save you some money.
Yep. Well, I'm not going to waste the viewer's time of trying to line it up, but that's how it would work.
Yeah.
And it just floats in the water
awesome.
right there, put the camera in there. See, yeah, for 19 bucks, it was, you know, give it a shot and see what comes in it.
Yeah. I think you got your money's worth out of $19.
Yep.
So,
and then, you know, I've got a home camcorder that I have not used. And another reason for reaching out to you, Mike, was to just try to figure out how to use that. But then my biggest problem is trying to, because I'm only using iMovie on my phone, was getting the data from the GoPro in the home video camera to iMovie on my phone. And I know there's a way to do that because I got other YouTube friends that do that. Or figure out an editing software on my laptop where I download everything from all the cameras to a separate editing.
And honestly, that's probably what I would go with more, is because yes, iMovie's great. I think it's called Studio Show that I use too, and a couple other ones that I can do quick little stuff on my phone. But then again, there's sometimes you just want to create that whole cinematic effect and, you know, do the whole intros and outros and add the titles or different stuff, effects into the video that you can't exactly do with those. And that's, personally, I've used a lot of different ones. I've used Adobe, I can't think of some of the names of some of the others. I have probably about 10 different editing softwares that I've tried, free and paid versions, on my laptop, and I just wasn't happy with it. So what I finally did was I built a desktop. I have 2 monitors, and I haven't really, I'm gonna do a video about that soon because that was a whole nother project as well. But with that, I built a desktop, and I have like 16 gigs of RAM in it, so it never freezes up. And I put Filmora on there, so I can actually record with Filmora, do my editing on one side, and do something totally separate on the other screen while I'm waiting for that to render or whatever, and not have a problem. And then that way, you know, I have 3 hard drives in my desktop, so I can have one for just storing videos, one for videos I'm working on, and then one that runs my computer. So that way if the computer crashes, I don't have to worry about losing.
So, and one other thing that I didn't tell you, that even though this is my personal phone, I use it for work too, so there's some work security features on it. I cannot upload a video longer than 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because of the work security features. So that's the other reason why I want to try to get something to my laptop.
Okay.
To where I, you know, if I've got something,
And you know,
which I don't like to watch videos over 15 minutes just because my attention span.
Yeah.
But there are times that I've had a couple that, man, I wish they were 16 minutes long, and I'm just sort of stuck.
Yeah.
I have to take stuff out.
Yeah.
To get below that 15-minute threshold because
Gotcha.
it's a work security feature.
Yeah, and I know the work security feature you're talking about, because that's the one on the phones they have at your job, right?
Yep.
We work at the same place, so we kind of know what we're talking about.
So, and I do that because I don't want to tote 2 cell phones.
And I don't blame you too.
I did that with a previous employer, and it's just a hassle to carry 2 cell phones.
It is. It is. And you know, I think about that every day when I'm at work. I have my cell phone on me, and then I have the work phone on me, and then I had to kind of change a couple of my ringtones and alerts because they kind of sounded similar.
So that's one of the other main reasons, was to try to figure out a different editing software.
And I honestly, like I said, I've tried a lot, and with what you get and the price of Filmora, I really think that that would probably be one of the best, because they give you a whole bunch of different options. And the software is a one-time price. You don't have to keep paying for it. Like if you get some of the Adobe products, you have to pay a monthly subscription fee, where this one you don't have to. And that's one of the main reasons I like it. If you want to do the monthly subscription though, you can get what they call the After Effects, which is all your transitions, different title openers, like some of the different stuff I use for the fire video for the drone. Some of those are part of the After Effects kit that I use. And I think that's only like 23 or 24 bucks every 4 months. So it's not something super expensive.
Okay.
So, but they also have a free version that you can try and see if you like, whereas some of these other editing softwares, you just have to buy them, cross your fingers, and hope and pray that it's something you can figure out how to use. So, is that pretty much all your camera gear, right?
Yeah, I think that's what'll get me started with you anyways, to help me through all this stuff.
And the cool thing I like about Tony's channel is, and I love watching some of his videos because he actually takes us along in some of the tractors. We went to the cotton gin the one time. So I love watching a YouTube channel that I can actually learn from. Yeah. And I mean, I grew up around farms and logging industry and stuff like that, so I'm pretty familiar with a lot of tractors and stuff. But then again, you don't have a lot of channels that actually take you along and show you that process. Like some of the stuff in the cotton gin, I wouldn't have known if unless
and that was my first experience in a cotton gin. I mean, we've hauled cotton to cotton gin for 7 or 8 years, and I said, well, doggone, I'm going to go inside and shoot a video. So I'm going to learn and take people along with me to see how cotton is farmed.
And I love those. I love those kind of videos.
So this year I'm going to do one through a peanut gin.
Okay, cool.
I've never walked into the peanut gin. Carried wagons there, unhooked them, and picked up an empty one, and never walked into a peanut gin.
That's going to be cool. I can't wait to see that video. So, and then he also does some lives where you can ride along in the cab of the tractor with them while they're out there on the farm working, which makes some cool videos too. I tried to catch him on the last one, but for some reason it didn't tell me you were.
And that's a whole problem with YouTube in itself. Is the notifications, and they say it's because they have the bots running the software because the people are quarantined at home or the stay-at-home orders.
Okay.
And the computers are not picking up or sending out the notification. And that's really, if you think about it, when all the notification issues started is when YouTube's bots took over.
True.
Because I have looked on channels and said, doggone well, I know I'm subscribed, and totally unsubscribed from it. Because I may not have looked at a video or commented on a video over a period of time. It's like whether they're kicking you out.
Yeah.
And people
you know
are dropping subscribers because of that.
We're not the only ones. I'm on a couple YouTube groups on Facebook, and they're talking. The one guy said he lost 100-something subscribers the other day. Yeah. He went from like 270 down to 170. So it's something YouTube's going to have to work on apparently. But we're going to wrap this part of it up, and I'm going to show him some of the software. If you guys want me to do a video about the software that I'm going to be showing him, drop a comment, ask for, hey, show us what you're working with. And as always, give me the thumbs up if you like it. Hit subscribe if you do. Going to keep bringing more new content on a regular basis as much as we can, and hey, we may even do some outdoor stuff with Tony on our other channel too. Yep. So, which would be really fun. So, everyone, stay tuned. More to come. God bless. God bless America.
Take care, everyone.